Okay, so I truly hope that you've been writing everything down today and working through all of these, because now we are at truly establishing some hardcore goals to accomplish everything. So we've just been kind of brainstorming and writing a lot of things down, but we're going to really take all the information that we have and we're going to write out some true hardcore goals for what we want to achieve in the next 6 months, year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. 6 months, year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. 6 months, year, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. Those are your mile markers for your goals. These are things that you want to accomplish in those particular time periods, because you always want to have a timetable or time frame that you can check yourself to see if you are on track of meeting your long-term goal. So these are things, short-term goals along the way that you can do. And then you have different periods that you're trying to meet along the way, whether it's 3 year, 5 year, or 10 year. And so that you know that you are getting closer to the ultimate dream. So, these mile markers, or we'll say goals, mini goals, short-term goals, mile markers, they help you to stay motivated. They help you to stay connected to what it is that you're trying to accomplish, so that you are not losing gas. You are not losing momentum. You are not losing hope, and that you par the course. All right. So as we're looking at planning, actual planning for the future you want to establish your top 10 goals. You want to establish your top 10 goals. And remember, your goals should align with your life's mission and vision. And, for the slides that we just went through, we already talked about your mission. We've talked about your vision. We've talked about your past, your present, your future. So we've collected all that information so that you can analyze the data, and then come up with kind of like what your plan is going to be for you to be, your strategy to be able to move forward. Okay. Now, as you write out each goal, you want to write each goal out in detail. Do not short yourself. Because remember, this plan is for no one but you. It is for you. So if you short yourself and don't put details in your goals, then you are less likely to accomplish what it is that you desire to accomplish. So if you start finding yourself in stagnation again, it's because you shortchanged yourself and didn't actually write down all of this work. Okay. Now, the next thing is you want to create a visual picture for your goal. I mentioned earlier that some people like to do vision boards. Vision boards are a great way to kind of capture your vision, capture your future through pictures. That's a way to be able to do that. Another way that you can do that is through art. You can do other forms of collage as well. But you want to visualize a picture for your goals. Now, visualizing a picture doesn't mean you actually have to write it down or do anything. It just means that you can visualize it. But having something in front of you actually makes a difference when you are losing steam, when you are losing momentum. You have a reference point in front of your face. Now, the last thing, at least on my list, the last thing I'm going to cover is establish timelines. Now, we've already kind of cheated, and I've given you some timelines. I gave you the 1 month, the 6 months, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. So I already gave you some of the timelines. You can stick with those timelines, or you can specifically add in additional timelines. The choice is yours, but yet you have something to kind of get you started, get you jump started, so that you can start understanding the things that you need to do to connect from, dreaming about the life that you want to live to living the life that you always been dreaming about. And then first understanding that it starts with taking a look back. And then we're looking at analyzing and assessing our mission and our vision in life. And then going back to understanding kind of like what's happening in the world around us. Understanding past, present, and future all together. And then, of course, making some goals and like making the goals and then establishing the goals because we understand that is a major difference.